and we're going to do the outro live, Mike and Dale.
And don't call him Hannah. His name's Alex. We should probably just say Hannah isn't here for the next couple of weeks or something.
And we are live.
This week.
Just this week. We're live.
We're live.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. Great clip. All right. Hey, everybody. Well, come on in. Find a seat. You know what you're doing. Make yourself comfortable. Dale, you ready?
Yeah.
Alex, since you're filling in for Hannah, this is where you go, hey, we're live.
Hey, we're live.
Hey, there's some notes. Old notes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I left them here, I guess.
Oh.
Mayfield notes.
Oh, nice.
What we meant to ask.
No. All right. So we're live?
Yes, we are.
All right, good. So, man, you guys missed it. Me and Mike had a great Dirty Air where we talked about retaliation. We talked about Ty Gibbs, Kyle Busch, contracts, and all kinds of things. So you want to tune in. Mike Joy is here, and so we're going to make him sit out in the lobby for a minute while we do this. But it's been a busy weekend, a busy week. This time of year, for whatever reason, just gets crazy. Heading to Indy this weekend, and we're excited about that. But also excited to have Xfinity supporting this part of the podcast. They do a lot for the sport. I mean, everything that they've ever done, we're just so thankful for. But supporting our podcast and everything we do here at Durham Media, we're glad to have them. And you guys have sent a lot of questions to them throughout the year and this week for the Ask Junior segment. You've been sending them to Xfinity Racing on Twitter, and we're going to get right to it.
Yes, so the first one is from CWC Media. Dale, how much easier would it have been at Daytona and Talladega with that rear view camera and not having just to count on TJ's guidance?
I think that rear view camera would have got me in trouble, man. But, I'd never really, I used one a little bit at the test in Daytona, but didn't have cars around me really too much. But we're watching, we were doing our practice TV show, and we were talking about that camera in Chris Buescher's car, and then got to talking about it in the race a little bit. And once we got to see a car kind of around you, behind you, and what that really looks like in the camera, and he's driving and the camera's right here. So, I mean, he's kind of looking out this side of the car to go around the corner or looking around the racetrack. And so you can just kind of look down. Look, it's all right there. You got all this information. And literally, we know how Dirty Air plays a huge role. Basically, if you're the lead car and you want to make it harder for the guy to pass you, and he's 4 or 5 car lengths back, and he's closing, right? Over time, he's getting closer and closer. He's ran you down from 10 car lengths, 20 car lengths, whatever. Well, if you see him in that little mirror, man, you just run where he runs in the corner. You just watch him go into the corner, and you just kind of fade up the track or down the track in his way, and you're taking away his downforce. You're taking away his grip. You're taking away his ability to get any closer to you. And so while we're watching this technology and this driver use it, my first thought was, wow, this is a cool mirror, man. It's so clear and you can see so much. That's awesome. And then I thought, no, I hate it. You can block and you can see too much. And now you can use it as a way to not allow somebody to pass you, and now passing has gotten harder. No. Oh, man, it was such a swing of emotion from like, this is really cool. Check it out. We're going to draw. I got the telestrator. I'm going to draw. Look here, viewers.
Telestrator.
I was doing it. I was the one drawing. I'm like, look here, viewers. There it is, man. Look how cool that thing is. And then 5 seconds later, I was like, wait a minute. I hate this. Now you can block more. You can make it harder to pass. It's I'm not sure I love it anymore. Man, I really was excited about it, and I thought, okay, technology moving forward and all those things, but, man, it's too good. So at Daytona and Talladega,
Too good.
dang, man, you don't, hey, I mean, you might need to tell TJ that just to hush for a minute. I got it, right? No, man, I'm good. I got this perfect mirror right here is telling me everything.
Maybe you just tell TJ to hush even if you don't have the
What
mirror.
happens when you're watching the mirror and the spotter's not right? Or you're watching the mirror and you're like, wait, the spotter's been telling me that all this time and it's not exactly the way it is, right? Oh, man.
They've been saying they're at my door, my bumper,
He
this whole
ain't-
time.
yeah.
He wasn't at my door.
I was clear. Yeah. I don't know.
Hey, listen.
Now they will. Yeah.
Blindfold them, I always say.
Yeah.
Blindfold them guys.
I
That'll
don't
make
think
the race.
I don't think that mirror is anybody's best friend. I don't think it is. And aside from the guy driving the car, if he likes it and he's using it and it's helping him, throw blocks or take the air off of guys behind him and block and run wherever they're running. That's the only guy that likes it. I think it promotes less passing, the ability to, because man, the old mirror with this car, the new car, it was pretty hard to see out of the old car. Really hard to see out of because there's all kinds of things going on in the back of this car now, and the slits in the back glass distort the hell out of what you're seeing through the mirror that's mounted, the traditional mirror. It distorts it. Everything in the back. When you look out the back glass through that mirror, everything is shifted this way, and those little slats really skew everything, and it's impossible to tell where a guy is on your right rear or whether a guy's on your left side without looking at this little A-post mirror, right? Now you got a digital camera that's clear as day, and it's like a backup camera on a car, man. I mean, I tell Amy, I'm like, you could trust the hell out of this thing. You can back this thing in anywhere. You don't have to even look. Just look at the camera. You don't have to look outside the vehicle at all.
Next question's from James Guy.
He's like, you're getting ready to get yourself into trouble.
I was like, wow. I mean, like,
We'll
what
just
an,
move on.
an aggressive opinion about mirrors. Damn those mirrors.
From mirrors to North
was the
Wilkesboro.
Was the question even about mirrors? I forgot.
First of all, is there ever a better example of old man syndrome than somebody that's dissing technology because it allows too much visibility?
All right. Well, if they want some old man syndrome, just listen to Dirty Air. There's plenty of it in there.
Yeah, Dirty Air will have it. I just thought of a point I wish I'd have brought up in Dirty Air, but let's not regress.
Yes.
Keep going.
From mirrors to North Wilkesboro.
As you do.
North Wilkesboro returns to racing next week. I know, Dale, you're racing August 31st, but will you be there for any of the twin 50-lap Tour Modify races, and what excites you about next week overall?
Yeah, I am going to go to the modified races. So North Wilkesboro, for those of you who have been out of the loop, out of the country, North Wilkesboro is back. They are racing this month of August. The first race, as you mentioned, is the modifieds on the 2nd. There's a 50-lapper on the 2nd and a 50-lapper on the 3rd. I will be going to the 2nd and probably going to the 3rd as well, but I'm not going to miss the first one for sure. So get your tickets. Hey, I believe they're $20.
The tickets?
A general admission ticket,
Nice.
as far as I know, is only $20
Oh,
dang.
wait. Hold on. This past week you said you had to go back and say that you've been given bad information. So are we sure?
Hey,
why don't we
let's
look
go
it
check
up?
it out. So go to North Wilkesboro Speedway.com, Matthew. It's North Wilkesboro Speedway.com, and you can get your tickets there. Okay, so if the general admission ticket is $20, and for some reason you can't make it there, right? You can get it on pay-per-view. Racing America will be offering this on pay-per-view for any day. It's $24.99.
$24.99 a day.
Yep.
That's right, on racingamerica.com.
All right. So you get you an event ticket or a pay-per-view on Racing America, and that's directly supporting North Wilkesboro and the revival efforts there. So they're going to have asphalt racing the entire month of August. There'll be the modifieds next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. They got pro late models, super late models, all kinds of racing going on each weekend of this month. And then the 31st, I'm going to be racing in the Cars Tour race. So North Wilkesboro Speedway.com. Matthew, did you figure out how much the ticket costs? Still looking.
Yeah, it's cheaper, Dale.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, you could buy a season pass, which is cool for all the asphalt events, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a real good deal. But the general admission
Well, how much is that?
let me scroll back up.
Sorry.
$75 to $100 for all the events. That's insane. I'll probably just do that.
Yeah.
Because that's way easier.
Even if you don't go to all of them.
Yeah, it still pays
you're trying
for
to
itself.
support you're trying to support the speedway, so that's a good idea.
The touring modified, actually there's crate mods and mini stocks also, is $15
a day.
That's incredible, dude.
$15 a day to go to North Wilkesboro.
Wow.
On one day, you can go to both if you want. That's $30. There's what other series are there?
That's general admission, and then there's the
other
2-day ticket is $30. Oh, it's Carolina Crate Mods, which is the 602 Crate modifieds.
Okay.
Smaller tire, different engine, and the mini stocks, which are huge in this area.
3 series will race on the 2nd and the 3rd.
Yeah.
I think each weekend and every race package, even when the late model stocks are there on the 31st, there's a limited stock series as well. So
and that's
there's
midweek shows for people listening.
Yeah. So there'll be So if you can't come on Wednesday, go buy a ticket to one of the weekend shows this month in August. But if you can come on out there, man. Got to see racing at North Wilkesboro. I want to say this. So this is probably not what they want me to say, but we don't know, if this track has a future. There's no guarantees, right? You could be coming to the last race or the last opportunity to see a race. This could be it. We don't know. There's no guarantees. We hope that everybody comes out, is supported, the interest continues, and the revitalization and the repaving and the rebuilding and all that in 2023 that's planned happens. We want that to happen. But you got to come out and support it for that to actually be put into motion. Also, lastly, in October, so as soon as we're done racing in August, and they're going to dig up the surface. They're going to turn North Wilkesboro into a dirt track. They're not putting dirt on the track. They're digging up the old asphalt surface. They're going back down to the original dirt that they raced on in 60, 70 years ago when this track was built. And there'll be an entire month of October full of dirt racing. I'm more excited about that. And what I mean is I'm more excited to see that. Like, the whole track is going to be a dirt track. I cannot wait to aside from actually seeing a race, I just want to walk up there on at the entrance gate and look at it and go, holy hell, they really did it.
Yeah.
It's dirt. That is going to be something to see.
Yeah.
And then to put cars out there and watch them race, I am not missing that. I'm really excited. I'm obviously excited to race myself. I'm looking forward to going to the mods next week. But dang, the dirt racing stuff I can't believe that's really going to happen. But it is.
I want to echo one thing that he said, and that is that, going and buying a ticket is supporting the race. Listen, there's some of you that proximity alone is going to prevent you from being able to go to the race. I want you to know that even doing the pay-per-view stuff is directly supporting North Wilkesboro Speedway's revival efforts. The RacingAmerica.com, they are working directly with the track. The streaming partner is to make sure that you guys have access to watch this race. So, they even want you in those grandstands, by the way. They want people there, but if you cannot be there, you are still supporting the track by doing the pay-per-view.
Last thing I'll say about that before we move on is the racing starts around 6, 7 o'clock at night. So these are night races. It'll be lit. That track's never had lights, never had night racing, so it'll be an awesome opportunity to go out there and watch North Wilkesboro under the lights as well. So we won't all be sitting in the hot sun in the middle of the afternoon. Hopefully it'll be a little more comfortable in the evening when we start racing.
Awesome. Next question's from Jason Bourne. Not that Jason Bourne.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do we know?
Oh, wow.
We don't know that. I'm just going to assume it's him.
Yeah.
How much fun is Victory Lane with Noah? His celebrations always seem to be awesome.
So that that's it is pretty fun. He's I was on top of the pit box during the Peacock pit box during the end of the race, so he did. So he comes down front straightaway. They tape a American flag to the windshield. He does a burnout. He gets out, climbs the fence, throws up twice. He threw up at the fence, and then he threw up again right before the interview. You could tell him. You could see he was stalling because he was not done. And then he drank, and then he shotgunned a beer. he shotgunned a Bud Light Cherry or whatever that is. What is that red one?
It's a Bud Light Seltzers.
Bud Light Apple or whatever it is. I don't know. It's the can that's got the red flannel.
Oh,
I don't even know.
Maybe it's just a Bush Light.
Bush Light, I think.
Maybe it's
yeah.
just straight up Bush Light. Maybe it's,
Bush latte.
yeah. So anyhow, he shotguns it, right? And I know he likes White Claws and all those things. I see him in Victory Lane. I'm like, I got this cool picture of me and Justin Allgaier at New Hampshire drinking a beer, mid chug, and Victory Lane. And I said, man, we're gonna take that same picture. And he goes, I don't like beer. I don't like beer. I don't like beer, man. And I'm like, just hold the damn thing. Don't even have to drink it. Just act like you're drinking it. Shoot, take this picture. And Junior Motorsports made a quick little reel about that.
That's right.
Yeah. But I was like, wait, I just saw you shotgunning a beer on the front straightaway. Now I know you don't. I know you drink a beer.
You'll drink a beer for show.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're drinking this beer. I got my picture, but he's a little more calm in the physical Victory Lane. I think when he gets. I was the same way. Like you get out there, you just get out of the car. You are not ready for what your body does when you get out of the car and your adrenaline goes from like here to here. I mean, you're still high, but it drops in such a significant amount in such a very short period of time. You get like you're talking so fast in your interview. You're like 100 mile an hour about everything going on, and you're not breathing, and you just held your breath for the last 2 laps at least. I know he held his breath for the last couple of laps. You believe it or not, you can do that. And I used to hold my breath in qualifying. I held my breath at the end of the races, and you get out and you're like, you almost pass out. I never got to where I was vomiting or nauseous, but I don't know how some of them guys get out and don't have a more visual reaction, but like Noah did. But he's the one thing I guess what I want to say is we need more of that. Guy's a hell of a personality. You might not like it. You might not like him, but you want that in your sport. You want guys with different personalities and that are all over the map, right? You want variety in terms of what you're getting ready to see when somebody goes out on the racetrack and does a job, and then when they celebrate a win or whatever, right? You don't want them all acting the same. And we've had a lot of guys sort of right in the same vein for a long, long time, right? So it's good to see some of these younger guys with some personality coming in.
Mm-hmm. Our last question's from Brian Campbell. Dale, do you collect die-cast cars, and if so, what are some of your favorites?
Pretty much. I think we took them all out of your house and put them in here, didn't we?
Do we collect die-cast cars? I've got 2 towers in my house. I got my first tower a couple years ago. So a tower basically is this thing that spins, and it has cars on all 4 sides, and it, you just open this little glass thing and stick them in there. I got one tower that's all my dad, and the majority are 80 or 90% of them are customs. And I got a lot of his Novas and stuff from the 70s that he raced, asphalt Novas. There's this guy that I've become friends with that builds these for me. And he sells some stuff on eBay as well. So I got a lot of great customs, die casts, a couple models, couple plastic builds in there as well. But it's always the custom stuff. I really enjoy all the custom jobs. Some of the other stuff that I like are the prototypes, which you'll usually have like a white. There's one right here that have a little white sticker on the windshield. That's kind of like the prototype that comes through the office to get the approval, and then once it's approved, they go into production. And so that's one, like the very first ones getting made. Those are always cool. Mike's got one in front of him.
Yeah.
You got the prototype of that 77. So that little white piece of sticker on the front. Anyhow, we do collect them. I used to not collect them. Used to not collect die-casts at all. I had a Matt Kenseth die-cast from his rookie year in the Cup Series. He gave me one, and I just held on to it, and a couple others. But here in the last 5 years, man, I have dove in to the die-cast collecting, and it's always usually that custom stuff out there that's hard to find and somebody spent some time in making.
All right.
Nice job.
Yeah. Awesome.
Nice job. Remind everybody that's watching this, we subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. You might have found this on a Twitter link or something else, but yeah, subscribe because we're going to be putting a lot more content out.
Yeah, this is a great show. Mike Joy's going to be awesome. He's getting ready to come in here. I mentioned that we had a very colorful and at times heated debate on our Dirty Air segment. So hopefully you guys will check that out and give us your opinion.
He already put an ice bag over his eye because it got physical. He got the swelling down out of his,
Jesus.
his black eye.
What? Okay. Xfinity X5, great partner of ours. We're so thankful for them. They build, they got a great service and a great product, fast internet. You can do everything you want to do at your home. I got so many. I actually I had some fun last week. I got on my router and looked at everything that was connected to it, and I was going to try to do my best to hardwire more stuff to the router instead of having everything over the air through Wi-Fi. And that was a fun little challenge, some dad shit that I did this past week. I did, yeah. I hardwired a few things that probably didn't necessarily need to be Wi-Fi. Like if the TV's right there close to the router, why not just hardwire it into the network instead of using your your bandwidth on your Wi-Fi? But because you got friends and relatives that come to the house and they're going to want to connect to the internet, and then you got 30, 40 devices connected to this thing, and it's bogged everything down or whatever. But I just want everything to flow free, man.
This is a hell of a segue for an Xfinity Wi-Fi thing. Yeah.
Well,
I'm being sarcastic.
He is. Well, anyways, I have the service and I enjoy it, and I dive right into it, man. And it gives me all that flexibility, and there's some great the user interface and everything on the app and everything else across the website to be able to adjust and control whatever you want is always there. I really enjoy that. I'm into that, being a dad.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Listen,
I'll come over to your house, Mike, fix your internet.
Dude, I could use some help.
Yeah.
I know.
Why, you don't have Xfinity?
He probably doesn't have.
No, listen, if I have tech questions, I call Dale.
Yeah.
I mean,
he probably needs things cleaned up a little bit, I'm sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
Listen, if you want the Wi-Fi coverage that delivers the speed your devices need, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead. I butchered this one. So your crew can stay in the fast lane on race day, get Xfinity X5. Remember, everyone, to send your Ask Junior questions to Xfinity Racing on Twitter. Also, subscribe to our YouTube page.
All right, everybody. Thank you, Xfinity. We appreciate you. And hopefully y'all are checking into, if you're not an Xfinity customer, checking into what they provide and switching over. Come join us. We'll see you. Thanks for supporting everything we do.
All right.